Good evening. This is Ken Long from Tortoise Capital Management with a case study in the Ready, Fire, Aim technique on December 28th, 2010. And the symbol that we're looking at is SLW, Silver Wheaton Corporation. That's been on our short list for trading priority for a number of months now. It tracks very closely to the price variation in silver, but with a little more volatility, so it's essentially a leveraged silver play. Silver's been one of the two strongest sectors in the market all year, and it continues to be a favored trading target. So we have only a core position in silver Wheaton overnight. The next morning, this morning, we get a gap open from 36.50 to 37.50, or about a 3% gap, and that's larger than normal, and so that tells us today could be a big move, and so it becomes even more reason to trade it carefully. So a big gap up, and then immediately starting to get a harsh sell-off. It never gets bad enough that we get down to an extreme condition on Williams percent R, but we have this very nice 4 candles down. These are 3-minute charts, I should say. 4 selling candles down, and then on the next candle we get a nice doji and failure to fail further, followed by a green candle that takes out the previous candle's high, the doji's high. It closes above there, and so we play a couple pennies above the high of that first green candle, and we get a nice entry at 37.25. And because of power in the move, we're able to play with a 10-cent initial stop, and we get to no lose pretty quickly, as in the next 3 minutes it moves up to 37.50. And so at 37.50, as we get into this consolidation zone, we're already holding 2.5 R. And so we have a 1.5 R locked in and trailing it with 10 cents. Continues to power north. Now when we get to this next level, about 37.70 or 37.75, we got some pullbacks, and that triggered our exit to lock it in at 37.75 for a 5R trade. There was an immediate resumption of the trade. We ended up trying to buy a penny above this candle, which would put us right about 37.70, and we end up getting a reasonable fill at 37.72. And then we get to no lose again in about 4 or 5 minutes. Consolidation, no real threat here to fail. And at this point in the morning, everything precious metals are going up. We got gold is strong, platinum is strong, silver is strong. Everything associated with silver is good, and silver Wheaton is moving along just nicely. Nothing else in the market is really doing much of anything, so there's no reason to get out of this position at all. It consolidates nicely with a doji and a tiny little sell-off. When it breaks north again at 37.90, we put on a third position, our third trade. So by this time we have an entry here and an entry here, so we're holding 2 positions. At 38, it just keeps powering straight through. So we add a third position. It goes to about 38.40 or so, and then inside this green circle, we have a series of sells. We take off 2 positions at 38.30, and then we end up and raising the stop on the last position to 38.20, and then shortly thereafter we get hit at 38.20. And so then the net for this nice leg up is 16.8 R, and it never really looked back. At any given moment, our open risk was being measured in single-digit minutes. So we get to no lose pretty quickly, and then we just wait and see what happens, and sometimes that can happen. So that's 2 days in a row we get what I would classify as a whale of a move. And that's the Ready, Fire, Aim technique in silver Wheaton for 16.8 R. Thanks for your attention.